This is my haul this week. So I am still working on using up what I have. This week I decided to make a chili. I did have some of the ingredients for that, but I didn't have everything. I had the ground beef already. I had a can of Rotel tomatoes. I needed to buy onion, bell pepper, chicken broth, chili beans, and tomato sauce. So that's what I bought for the chili, as well as these Frito chips, because you gotta love Fritos in a chili. And the reduced fat Mexican shredded cheese can also go for the chili. I also have some avocado if I prefer to do that on the chili. So got some options there, but that's what I bought to make the chili. I also bought something to make some easy options for my second meal. That's what I'm trying to do. I still have tuna and eggs. I can make tuna salad. I have some bread. I also have some Kid Fresh chicken nuggets in the freezer. So I have 2 containers of this real aged cheddar Annie's mac and cheese. I bought this one so that I'd have one for each serving if I want to go ahead and do that for a few meals. I bought these to take with me to work on Sunday mornings. It's my early morning. I get to work at 7. So I'm looking for easy options for that morning. So I thought these would be good. They have syrup at work in the cafeteria, or I have some that I need to use up. I have some sugar-free syrup to use up. So I thought I would try these. I got one of every flavor that they had on the app. I've got the s'mores flavor, a blueberry and maple flavor, buttermilk and maple, and a chocolate chip and maple. So I've got those to try. I also have boiled eggs that I can eat with that, or I can boil some more eggs because I have a lot of eggs in the fridge right now. So that's what I got for my meal options. And I also got snacks. I got some veggies. I got some cucumbers, some celery, and some carrots. I also bought this flour because I'm trying to make a sourdough starter. It's going pretty good. I have a couple of them going. The first one I started is all with unbleached all-purpose flour. And then the second one I started is with the whole wheat flour. The whole wheat one is working a lot faster. The all-purpose one has finally really started to double in size, but I'm still working on it, trying to get it to a point where it's ready to try to make bread. And then at some point I'm going to try to make some sourdough bread. So that'll be fun. That'll be a fun project. That's all I got this week. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see how I put all this together. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
I've really been trying to get outside and enjoy the spring weather. And this week the cherry blossoms were in full bloom. It was so beautiful.
Looking at my freezer for the week, I want to make some chili, so I'm going to go ahead and use up one of my ground sirloin beef from Butcher Box that I need to use up. There's the rest of my meat, as well as 2 steaks that I need to remember to pull out and defrost at some point so that I can have steak. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. This will be my meat for chili that I'll probably make in a couple of days. It'll have time to defrost.
These are the ingredients I've got for my chili. To start off, I'm going to use the ground sirloin that I got from Butcher Box. It's time to use up some of these packages that I have in the freezer. This is the 90-10, and it's really good for chilies. You don't really have to use a high-fat beef for chili because you're mixing it with all the sauces and everything. And I'm going to add the chicken broth as the liquid just to kind of give it a little more flavor. You could just use water if you wanted. I'm going to use chili beans as the beans. This has a nice little chili sauce in it that adds flavor as well. For the tomato sauce, I'm using this one this time. They didn't have the Simple Truth Organic, which is a lot cheaper. But next time, I'm just going to use tomato paste and water because this was way too much tomato sauce. In retrospect, I'm just going to do it that way next time. And of course, a can of Rotel for flavor. For the veggies, I'm going to use 1 whole onion and 2 whole bell peppers, 1 green and 1 red. I think next time I may just do half a green and half a red, but the more veggies you add, the lower in points because it stretches it, it adds fiber, it doesn't add points because bell peppers and onions are 0 points. So that's what I'm going to do this time. For seasonings, I'm just using cumin and chili powder. I also added Tony's Sasheries because that adds a lot of flavor, and garlic powder, which I forgot to show as well. But those are my seasonings, really simple. I'm not going too crazy with it. I wish I had paprika, but I was out, so we skipped the paprika this time. Normally I would cook the meat in there with the veggies, but I completely forgot. So here I am cooking it on the side, and then I just added to the pot. I used 1 tablespoon of cumin, and I just sprinkled the Tony's generously. This is my first tablespoon of chili powder. I ended up using 2 total. I didn't measure, but I added about a tablespoon of garlic powder. You could use regular garlic, just whole garlic, cloves chopped up at the beginning of the process, but I just use garlic powder for convenience. And this is the 2nd tablespoon of chili powder that I added after tasting. And of course, my tried and true Tony's Sasheries. And this is my small bowl that I had to taste after it was all done, and I got 6 servings to take to work. I served a lot more in my servings to take to work, but it was really good with the corn chips and the shredded cheese.
For my second easy meal, I'm going to use up another freezer item. We've got the Kid Fresh nuggets. I'm gonna go ahead and cook all of them in the air fryer, put them in little separate containers, and then take a macaroni and cheese cup with me to work each day.
So this is how I eat it. I have 5 chicken nuggets plus the cup of mac and cheese. To go to work, of course, I will put the chicken nuggets in a little container. I just eat them cold. I don't even try to reheat them in the microwave because it makes them soggy. And I've got the little mac and cheese cup ready to go with little Tony's. And that's so convenient and easy to take to work. I love this on busy weeks when I don't have time. Since my meal options were a little heavier point-wise, I went ahead and just had 0-point snacks. So the carrots and the celery are 0 points. And I already had a pack of celery, so you'll see later when I'm chopping it, some of it was a little bit frozen because I let it sit on the top shelf of the fridge. And you can see there that little bit was a little frozen, but it was still okay. It was firm, it wasn't soggy. Some of the pieces were soggy and I just threw those out. But it was a good snack option, so that's something you can do when your points are heavier on your meals. Just have some 0-point breakfast and 0-point snacks.